Okay. All right, everybody. The next speaker needs no introduction other than the one I'm about to give him. That was a joke, sorry. Randy Hillier has been standing for our freedom since the beginning. I want to let you know that as I have spent time with this man, as I have spent time with this man's family, as we have debated, argued, thought, prayed, Randy has shown himself to be a straight shooter. What you see is what you get, and I'm very thankful for his voice. Would you give another round of applause for Randy Hillier?
Supreme Court, where we're going to stand and assert our freedoms on every Canada Day, on every day. And thank you, Pastor Michael, for that lovely introduction. And he has. We've had lots of discussions, lots of debates, and they've all been thoughtful. And this is one of the last 16 months has been a dark time for very many people. Canada's been on a very dangerous path for 16 months. But there is a silver lining throughout that. And that is the wonderful people we meet in Canada, here today and every day. Canadians are wonderful people. I wanted just to share a couple of thoughts on this Canada Day, because each one of us has our own history. Each one of us has our own story. And my story, I'll share with you. 200 years ago, my wife's ancestors left indentured servitude in Scotland, and they settled in Lanark County 200 years ago in 1821. And they left a life of hardship and like I said, indentured servitude. And they sailed on a ship, and they landed and arrived in Lanark County, and the town that they built where those settlers arrived, they called Hopetown. And Hopetown really is the spirit of Canada. Canada that gives us hope if we work hard, if we stand for freedom, for responsibility and faith. We can always have our own Hopetown here in Canada. And my family comes from Newfoundland. And I guess it's a little bit in my nature. My ancestors jumped a fishing ship and landed, and you weren't allowed to do that back in the late 1700s, but they jumped ship and they made a life on that hard rock of fishing and forestry. And they landed in a place called Trinity Bay. Interesting. Hopetown on one side and Trinity Bay on the other. And they settled in a little safe outport which they called their new harbor. Their new harbor. They left a life of hardship and indentured servitude, and they came and they created a new life for themselves in Newfoundland. My own parents emigrated to Canada just prior to Confederation. And they saw Canada as a land of hope, a land of freedom. And they came here. And my dad learned how to fix TVs. And we had a little TV shop here in Ottawa. And he raised 9 children with my mother. Fixing TVs. And they prospered. And they succeeded. And all my brothers and sisters, we all did well. Well, other than me getting into politics, I guess. All the rest of it, I've been honest living. But that's, you know, each one of us has this story. There's over 35 million lovely stories of Canada here. And they're in with each and every one of us. All of us are derived and come from families who sought out freedom and responsibility. And we can see by the names that they chose. They chose faith. They chose their journey on that foundation of faith. And we know that freedom and responsibility is derived. It is the currency, not of government. Government's currency may be taxes and debt and inflation. The currency of faith is freedom and responsibility. We're working hard. I am pleased. We've been working hard for a long time. But it's bearing fruit.
Thank you, Randy.
Need some water. We started the End the Lockdown Caucus with a few people that are here today, like Maxine and Derek and Steve and Daryl. And we grew from a small group, and it's growing every day. We know this dark path that Canada has taken us on needs to have a unified political opposition and a home for freedom-loving Canadians. We're building that. We're building it with your support. We are having many discussions. I hope soon, God willing, we find a way to give every freedom-loving Canadian a home, whether it's in municipal, provincial, or federal politics, someplace where you can cast your vote, where you can speak out freely and know that you'll be respected, and that our elected representatives will not just be politicians, but they'll be men and women who stand on integrity and who do what they say they're going to do. Help us get there. We need it. We need to find a way for Canadians, whether it's in the streets, or in our homes, or in our restaurants, or in the ballot box, that we can always stand up and show that we are proud, we are free, and we are faithful. Thank you very much.